You may or may not be familiar with the history of the Friendship 9 here in Rock Hill. If not, it's history we all must remember. And right now it's being preserved, taught, and honored inside this cool restaurant that's also serving up some delicious food.
And this is how it's presented to you at the table.
That's so cool.
You want to do dessert?
Yeah.
All right, so this one's cool. So this is our whipped key lime, right? So again, I like to play with the blowtorch.
If you sit at the counter of this Rock Hill restaurant, you truly get a dining experience. And that's exactly what Rock Hill native and chef Rob Masson set out to accomplish.
We wanted to showcase the story and like really get people involved in what happened here. History tends to repeat itself when you forget what's happened in the past.
This counter is the site of what became a well-known lunch counter sit-in during the 1960s, when it was McCrory's variety store.
In 1961, 10 African-American gentlemen sat down at the counter right behind us and they ordered lunch. They were refused service and immediately stood up and taken to the jailhouse.
Those young men became known as the Friendship 9, garnering national attention for their jail, no bail strategy during the civil rights movement. Masson says some of the members who live in the area come into the restaurant these days. And during the building process, he says he had the opportunity to sit down with one of them right after crews had ripped off what had been covering the original countertop.
The whole time that he was sitting here and we were having this conversation, he was rubbing his hand on the counter on that pink Formica top that he hadn't seen because it has been covered and not exposed for 40 some years, right? And at that point, I knew that I was going to restore this. The focal point of Kounter was going to be the counter.
The original stools are also still in place, and tributes to the brave men and women part of that moment in history are sprinkled around the restaurant.
It's an emotional experience, so you get so much more than just a meal here.